Hi, Jeff Simon for SocialFlight with another hangar walkthrough here at Sun and Fun 2024. We're in here, let's go take you through this hangar, which is Hangar C, and visit some of our friends. Ooh, we're gonna start with Aspen. Hey, Jeff.
How you doing?
Excellent, how are you doing? Look at that. Left my mic down there. Listen, we've been flying with Aspen now for quite some time. We fly with the Bonanza, we're equipping our Mustang with it now. I just upgraded to your 2-display system, so technically 2000 because it's got complete reversionary capabilities on that. And I just want to tell you how cool that is to have those 2 displays. I guess my setup is pretty much what's right behind you here.
Yep, and that's what I fly in my 182.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, same thing. Yep.
So I got to ask you, what's the configuration you tend to have your display most often? And I'll tell you what I do.
Yeah, I'm typically, I have my PFD looks just like that.
Yep.
And my MFD, I go back and forth between a split screen like this, depending on what I want to see. Like going into Oshkosh, I pulled up, you just turn one knob and you can pull up a dedicated traffic page. That's what I wanted to see going to Oshkosh, so that's what I did for there. So it depends on what you're doing, where you're going. Right?
I like that. I think of my configuration as how far I'm going. That's how I tend to do it. Like if I'm flying somewhere that's like local, I'm probably always in a setup like this, like full synthetic vision, you know, ground topography, but then also like my traffic backups, things like that. But if I'm going somewhere far, I end up using this next one, the second screen, for full screen weather planning, getting a longer, big range picture.
Yep.
So yeah, it's very, very cool. And I know you guys have got some things going on in the E5. We're gonna be giving away an E5 later in the year. So check out the SocialFlight Fly to Win Challenge. Be sure to do that. But yeah, we just want to stop by and say hi and get to spend some time. So have a great show.
All right,
and thanks again for everything that you guys do for GA and to support us here at SocialFlight.
Happy to help.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take you through the rest of the hangar. So much going on. If you need oil, apparently this is the place to do it. Or borescopes. I did an article on borescopes recently that really did feature Oasis Scientific. I will tell you, you can buy their borescopes through a whole bunch of suppliers online, a bunch of different places, but Oasis Scientific, look them up because they really have very high quality scopes, and this is one of the best things that you can do for maintenance on your aircraft and your engine, to be able to see your cylinders, see what's happening with your exhaust valves, etc. Be sure to check these guys out. Very inexpensive and extremely high quality. So let's walk through some more. Oh, and I'll stop here for a second. I know Mark is very busy as always, but Alpha Systems and their AOA is the standard. It's it's a real probe that gets mounted. Actually going out there and measuring what is happening at your wing and making all of that possible. Mark's really busy, so I'm not going to interrupt with him right now, but they've got heads-up displays, they've got all sorts of stuff that really shows you angle of attack, and I will tell you, I fly angle of attack. I have been flying it for over a decade, and it makes a huge difference, especially landing at night, so check these guys out too, Alpha Systems. And here, now we can visit my friends here at Tempest Arrow. Hey, Vince.
Hey guys, how are you?
How are you doing?
It's good to see you.
Absolutely. Well, you guys having a good show?
We're having a great show. We're looking forward to it, and it started off fantastic.
Yep. It's. I'll tell you, I have said this a million times, so it's kind of a bit of a broken record, but I'm such a fan of your products, Tempest Arrow products. I mean, your spark plugs are just reliable. Every time I work on an aircraft, there's never a problem. There's never an issue where you have to worry about, cracked insulators, and we've seen damage that can occur. You're just steady with all of it. and your oil filters all stayed available through the COVID crisis and supply chain problems. So with all of it, I mean, I just want to say congratulations, because you guys weathered the storm.
Well, thank you, and thank you for the kind words. I mean, I think, the big part of that is being made here in the U.S., right? I mean,
Yep.
we're out of Burlington, North Carolina, making these products, and that's allowed us to stay up with demand for the industry.
Yeah. Well, it makes a huge difference. I will ask you the one question I get the most,
Okay.
and that is people who are considering moving to fine wire plugs. So they're on massive plugs now, and a lot of people look at that and they say, okay, it's time for me to change over, and they just wonder, should I make the investment? Should I just go up and get these? I usually, frankly, point them in that direction just because I've just had such a great experience with it. But what do you tell people about it?
So I'm not going to lie to you, they're expensive, right? We all know fine wire plugs are expensive, but the benefits, I think, outweigh the negative of the cost.
Yeah.
When you think about the longevity of the plug, that you can get 3 to 4 times the life from what you can get out of a massive. So we're talking 1,500 to 2,000 hours.
Which is a lot.
Easier starting on the engine. When you're getting into those higher turbocharged engines, you're seeing smoother running engines.
We see less lead fouling on our end.
A lot less lead fouling, less cleaning. When you remove the plugs at 100 hours, a lot more just inspection rather than cleaning.
Yep.
Less gapping. So general maintenance is less on them. So you're overall, I think you're getting a better experience than you would out of a standard set of massive plugs.
Well, I guess in theory, when you think about it that way, that must offset the cost, because you're paying your mechanic whatever you're paying per hour. And so if at every annual they don't have to go and spend all the time cleaning your plugs, that's at least some money saved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're less maintenance. It's less money for you as an owner, and more money in your pocket to be able to go and enjoy flying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, I fly exclusively behind all your Tempest products, and I think the other thing which I'm excited now to move to is you've got the air filters. So,
Yes.
and that makes a big difference for induction air filters. They've got that, and it doesn't fit my plane, but you've now gone into the fuel pump business.
Yes, so we've moved in, and it was just a natural fit for us. We manufacture pneumatic filters, we manufacture the oil filters, so it was a natural fit to get into induction air filters. And one of the things we really looked at was making sure we went with a high quality media on it. So we went to a synthetic media. It's 500 hours or 5 cleanings.
Yeah.
So that's been a great fit to us, and then obviously the latest thing is the fluid pump. Facet decided to get out of that business, and there were no fluid pumps that were FAA PMA left on the marketplace, and it left the void. And I think if you are a follower of Tempest or a user of Tempest products, you know that that's something that we've always we're dedicated to the GA market.
Yeah.
And we decided, hey, we need to come in and we can make these. We have the ability to make them, so why not? So
Perfect. Just
yes.
supporting GA. You see someone drop out, you have the ability to make the product. It's awesome.
We're happy to do it and excited to be here and a part of Sun and Fun in the GA community.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, again, I love the support that we've gotten from Tempest, but I also just love the products. I know that they're reliable, and the last thing you want as a mechanic are people coming back with issues that are not your fault. They're failures in the actual product or having supply problems, and so I just don't have to worry about it when I deal with Tempest, and so I appreciate that.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate the kind words.
Absolutely. We'll have a great show.
It's great to see you. Take
Good
care.
seeing you. Take care.
Thanks.
All right, and we're going to keep going through this. A little bit more of Hangar C. Apparently, if you need a hat, this is the place. It's excellent weather now. I'll tell you, this Sun and Fun so far for opening day. It's warm, but it's not oppressive. It really is great. Very happy about that. Oh, up here we've got one of my favorite booths. I'll go through this one myself just because I'm familiar with it, and and it looks like they're pretty busy here, but this is Avidyne's new Vantage system, which is going to go as retrofit in Cirrus aircraft. And it's absolutely gorgeous, and it basically just takes all this information you've got from your IFDs and gives you this seamless flight cockpit. So I'll bet there's a lot of Cirrus pilots out there that are pretty happy about that. But I want to focus down here because this is the thing that I spend the most time with in my own aircraft. And I'll tell you, we've got a 440 and a 550 in the Bonanza, along with the other stack of their avionics for the audio panel, etc. And it's absolutely fantastic. For me, I tend to be, well, I am an IFR pilot who probably could spend a little more time flying it to get more proficient. I fly IFR and IMC, but not as much as I probably should to really be at the absolute top of my game. And so when I do find myself in IMC situations, I'm able to handle things so much easier just because the avionics are so intuitive. So if I get issued something that's a little difficult, like a hold or course reversal situation or whatever, it's so easy to do it using the IFD 550 that we've got in the plane, but it's the same system, whether it's a 440, a 540, or a 550. And as a backup, having the synthetic vision and all the things that go along with this in this display, it's just absolutely fantastic to have that backup and be able to just fly those approaches. So we'll wrap that up here for our little tour of Hangar C at Sun and Fun 2024. I'm Jeff Simon for SocialFlight. Blue skies.